In episode 7 of this season, it has become so clear what the vision of Kier is and how workers at Lumon want to immortalize that vision. In case it is still not clear to you, do not worry. You are in the right place. Fasten your seatbelt and let me take you on the journey to understanding. Severance filled in the blanks and answered some of the questions that we have had season-long with this episode. It gave us some peek into the love life Mark and Gemma shared before Lumon. It unveiled what Lumon was doing. For some, the picture is still not crystal clear, but I got this mystery unraveled and I am about to spill all I know about it in this video. The obvious reveal in this episode was that Gemma was still alive. I had great belief that she was alive as I wondered how her innie would survive without an outie if she were dead. Then later this season, Ragabi confirmed that Gemma was alive, and also hinted to Mark that the ashes he had did not belong to Gemma. The question that pressed on the hearts of many then became, where's Gemma? For Lumon to fake her accident and fake her corpse, I just knew that they were keeping Gemma. I had come to believe one theory that said that she was probably in coma at the Lumon facility. This episode gave us better insight, and now, I do not know if I should say that I am glad she is not in coma, considering the pain she suffers at the hand of Lumon and their experiments. This episode would start with how Mark and Gemma met each other. The episode shows a blood donation event, probably at the university where they taught together. It would then cut to the scene where we see blood samples being drawn from Gemma's hand at Lumon, exposing the truth that Gemma was alive. This episode showed us how she was undergoing various tests and experiments at the Lumon facility. I'd also come to learn what calisthenics was in this episode. For those who do not know, calisthenics is a form of exercise that uses a person's body weight and requires little to no equipment. Examples of calisthenic exercises include push-ups, crunches, and burpees. Aside, that were some rooms she had to visit for her various experiments. She complained how the dentist at Room Wellington made her jaws hurt with their procedure, and how Room Allentown made her hands hurt. Gemma had toured all the rooms in that floor but one. She was only left with the room Cold Harbor, after which she would have completed all experiments Lumon had for her. Coincidentally, the Cold Harbor room experimentation also appears to be what her husband's innie is working on, and is 97% complete. You may be curious what the Cold Harbor project is about and what part Gemma plays in it. Sit tight. You will find out soon. Episode 5 tells us how important the project is to Lumon. Drummond tells Milchick how the completion of Cold Harbor will mark one of the greatest moments in the history of this planet, and it would take place under his leadership, aiding him to leave behind a great legacy. We were then drawn back to screen where we see Mark's computer show that the project is 85% complete. Mark's screen shows two important things. Number 1, the face of Gemma. Number 2, the mystery we have been waiting for. A closer look at the picture reveals the same 4 ethos Kier is said to have categorized as tempers. It is easier to miss because they are abbreviated: WO, DR, FC, and MA. Each of the sorting bins has the same 4 characters representing woe, dread, frolic, and malice. In Season 1, we learn from Eagan that each man's character is defined by the precise ratio that resides in him: woe, frolic, dread, malice. Eagan is also stated to have said that if those 4 tempers are tamed in him, he would serve evermore. Evermore as in forever. Now this is what the Cold Harbor Project is about. It is an attempt to work the 4 tempers of Eagan and transfer this and his consciousness into others to serve his purpose or carry out his vision. In this case, Gemma is the subject who will bear the consciousness. Stay with me. Now here is what is going to happen once Project Cold Harbor is completed by Mark. Gemma is gone forever. Gone forever, as in dead. Cold Harbor is permanent severance. I will provide you proof from this episode. First, let us look at the episode's title. Chikai Bardo. It is a concept in Buddhism. It is known as the bardo of dying. It begins when the physical and mental processes of the body begin to dissolve at the onset of death and continues until the physical body has entirely ceased to function. Cold Harbor will be the project that brings this concept to life for Lumon. For Gemma, it is death. Once she enters that room, she is not coming back out. Gemma's physical body will cease to function entirely. The Cold Harbor room will be a place that stores her body in cold state to prevent decay. I will provide you more proof that Cold Harbor means death to Gemma.
You're gonna have to say goodbye to her.
What does that statement mean? When do we say our goodbyes? Why do we say goodbyes? This is no goodbye that puts Gemma back in the real world. She will completely lose her identity as Gemma. She will be gone forever. In this episode, we learned that Lumon is no place to let Gemma go. Her requests to leave have been denied. She has rebelled, just like Helly R, breaking the fingers of doctors and attempting to break a skull with a chair. She is being kept against her will. She has been lied to.
Your husband remarried last year. And he has a daughter now.
She has been told that Mark remarried and has a daughter. This is an attempt to make her abandon all hopes of leaving. Mark is the hope she looks forward to. But if they can get her to forget Mark, they can get her to complete the project.
You will see the world again. And the world will see you.
You will see the world again, and the world will see you.
Kier will take away all his pain, just as Kier has taken away yours.
Kier will take away all his pain. Yes, Gemma, you will see the world again, but not in your own consciousness. Mark must not finish the Cold Harbor project. And now, the bombshell. We learn in this episode that Mark and Gemma had been trying for a baby. At one family gathering, Gemma decides not to drink. We also hear Mark telling Gemma that third time is a charm. Third time must have been the charm. It is possible that Gemma was pregnant by the time Lumon kidnapped her.
Your Audi is going to be...
Mark's Audi is going to be a father.
Couldn't agree more.
Your husband remarried last year. And he has a daughter now.
I don't believe you.
You've been gone a long time, Gemma.
We hear the doctor lie to Gemma that Mark remarried and had a daughter. She claimed she did not believe. It is possible that Lumon may show her pictures of the daughter to try confusing her further. But this time, the baby would be hers, and she might not realize it, just as she did not recognize Mark when they met. How is that possible? This episode laid the groundworks for that possibility. We would see Gemma enter rooms and come out without remembering what happened in those rooms. If she entered one room that had to do with delivery or childbirth, she would not remember giving birth. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in comments below.